You guys hungry for some ribs? But not just any ribs. Today, we're gonna make some beef ribs. Oh yeah, let's go.
Bigfoot cooking.
That's right. Today, we're gonna throw down some beef ribs. Now, normally, yes, everyone's used to, getting pig and all the 3-2-1s and all these hundreds of recipes for that and put them on the smoker and everything. Well, today, we're gonna keep it a lot more simple than normal. We're actually gonna coat these guys and cook them in the oven in the house. That's right. Still gonna take about 3.5 hours, but the prep time, trust me, it took longer to set up this video to make this shot than it will for you to actually prep the ribs for this. Now, to begin this process, I've got 7 slabs of the finest beef ribs I could find. That's right, this is the good stuff. Now, on a pig, you have the membrane inside of it that's usually pretty thick and you gotta pull that guy off. Well, with beef products, that membrane is so thin, it's honestly not even worth the effort to remove. So you don't even have to think about that part of it. But for the ingredients, I've got myself 7 slots of beef right here. I've got a teaspoon of each. I've got a teaspoon of salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and paprika. That's what we're gonna use for the rub. Now, if you've got another rub that you like and you've got another preference, hey, nothing's stopping you from using that. We're just gonna make our own for this one. And I've got a little bit of butter here that I'm gonna heat up and put on here to help this stuff stick. So let's go ahead and get our rub mixed up. Now, for this, I have found that these deli containers are actually really handy for so many things. Highly recommend. But into it, we're gonna dump our salt, our pepper, our garlic, onion, and paprika. We'll put the lid on it and then just give it a little shake. That way we get all this mixed up in here. Now, the good thing is if you wanted to make up a lot more of this, say you wanted to mix it by the cup, go for it. Again, mix it up good in your little container and then just set it off to the side. It'll keep for quite a while, I guarantee it. So we got our mix here, we got our rub. Now, let's get our butter. And of course, putting this on right now would be a little bit tough, so I'm gonna ask Chef Mike for a little help. You guys know Chef Mike, right? We'll just pop him open, set him in there, give him about a minute to think of life. Now, before we get too far along, let's go ahead and get our oven on. We're gonna need that guy set for 385 degrees to get this party started. All right, we got our butter out of the microwave. Now, before we coat this goodness right here with butter, and yes, you could use olive oil or canola oil or whatever oil you choose, but I mean, why not butter, right? But before we coat it in that, let's go ahead and wrap it in tinfoil. That's right. A little bit of aluminum flavor. And what this will do, this will help keep all the moisture in these ribs and keep them from drying out over a, 3.5 hour cook. Yeah. Pull this up just a little bit so that way all the butter stays in the tinfoil. Now, you could season the bottom of these as well and nothing's stopping you from doing that. But in this case, I'm just gonna season the top on this one just because really underneath, there's not a lot of meat. So a little bit of butter here. Let's see, get this close. And it is time to load this bad boy up. I don't know if there's a better relationship than steak and butter because, you could fry the steak in it. In this case, we can coat it with it. It adds just such a nice flavor. So now that we got that, let's take our rub here and let's go ahead and just coat the whole thing with goodness. Get up nice and high. That way it sprinkles all over it and you don't have that heavy concentration in just one little spot. There you go. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, where's the brown sugar? Where's the barbecue sauce? If you want to put that on it, if you want to load this thing with that stuff right now, go for it. Again, this is your recipe. I'm doing kind of a carnivore thing, so this is what they consider dirty carnivore, because yes, I did use a little bit of pepper and garlic and onion, but I tell you what, the flavor, it's worth it to cheat a little bit. We're gonna take this guy now, we're gonna wrap it up, kind of pull this over here, pull this in here, and pretty much, that's it. You don't have to do anything else to this for the next 3.5 hours. I mean, this is something you probably start about 2:30, and then come dinner time, oh, this thing will be ready to go. And now our oven is almost up to temp. That's how fast this goes. The oven hadn't even got all the way warmed up yet. So I'm actually gonna have to wait on it before I can load this guy in. So from here, there's not much to see. I mean, unless you wanna watch tinfoil cook in an oven, and this is where putting this in the smoker right now really wouldn't do it any justice because this is so tightly wrapped, none of the smoke is getting into it. So that's why I say this is a good oven one. Now, if you did want to do a smoky flavor, you could add some of that, the smoke flavor itself. I mean, put it on there. Again, make this how you like it. Add some flavors, take away some flavors, do what you like. But this guy is ready for the oven. So I will see you guys back here in about 3.5 hours. And I'm gonna see if I can find Benson because he's always got something to say. So let's check in with him.
Guys, pollen is not recommended. This is the worst time of the year. I don't know what drug I need to take, but I gotta find something. I feel bad. My eyes won't quit itching. There's something wrong with this place with all this pollen in the air.
All right, time has passed. Let's go ahead and snag these guys out of the oven. They are definitely hot. I got a blast out of these guys. Now, let's see what's hiding inside. That's gonna be the good part. We'll just carefully peel back the heat. Ooh, and I do mean heat. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Okay, well, let me turn this around, that way the camera gets the good angle. Oh, look at that. Got that pullback on the bones. Oh man, this is awesome looking. Now, what we'll do to get the super presentation, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of curl these up right here. Try to keep this, that way all the liquid that's in here, all the butter, all the juices, all the everything stays inside. And what we're gonna do, let's see. There we go. We're gonna put a little barbecue sauce on it. Now you don't have to do this. If you wanna keep this carnivore and get your nummy nums on that way, go for it. But not everybody here is carnivore, so I tend to appease the crowds. Let's go ahead and put us a little bit of barbecue sauce on here. Oh yeah. We'll just rub this guy in right here. Whew, that is a pretty mess right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set the stove on broil, let it get warmed up for that, and then shove this guy in for, like I say, 3 to 5 minutes. I gotta keep a watch on it. You don't wanna go too far. You just want this here barbecue sauce to set nicely. All right, we've given it a few minutes. Let's load the cannon. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Look at that. Got that bubblation on top, kind of setting that thing just right. Oh yeah. All right, now I'm gonna give this here about 10 minutes to cool off because you know from the heat and you know from the boil that it ain't ready for me to eat. I mean, I'm ready to eat it, but it ain't ready for me. So we're gonna give this a few minutes to cool down and then we slicing into it. But I tell you what you don't use, like obviously I'm gonna eat me a rib or 2 or 3. This is a lot for one meal. So what we don't use today, I'm gonna peel off the bone, set it to the side. Oh, we have a tacos tomorrow. Rib tacos. So stay with me, I'll be right back. All right, hopefully I've given this thing enough time to cool down, rest a little bit, and kind of make itself happy because I know smelling it's making me happy. But now, it's time to cut this bad boy open. The hard part's gonna be, will I keep it on the rib or not? That's gonna be the question. So let's see. We'll just slide right in here. Nope, I'm not gonna be able to keep it on the rib at all. Oh, I made it, I got it. Kept it all in one big happy piece. A little messy, but one big happy piece, right? So now, oh yeah, disappearing time, stand by. I'd say I was a member of the Clean Rib Award, but, well, I am a member of the Clean Rib Award. This is not too shabby. So, well, guys, while I sit here and gnaw on a few more of these, I want you guys to give this a try because this actually wasn't that hard to make. I mean, what, 10 minutes of prep time and really 3 hours, 3.5 hours in the oven, and that's it. And Next thing you know, oh, you got some good old beef ribs. So until next time, you guys take care. And remember that Bigfoot is real and that ribs are really good. See you on the next one.